Finally got a day off here to talk to you guys. I've tried to make this video about 3 or 4 times, and every single time that I've done it, it just hasn't turned out right, or the message that I was trying to convey, I didn't like it. So I said, screw it, I'm just gonna get in front of the camera, I'm gonna sit down, and I'm gonna talk to you guys one-on-one. So sometimes I want to try to make like these really big epic videos with a lot of passion and a lot of energy behind it, but sometimes they just don't, they get too, it's too much. So sometimes I find just talking with you guys one-on-one is maybe it's just a better way to get what I want to say across to you all. So what I wanted to talk about today is the most valuable lesson that I learned while traveling on the road for 3 months. And I spent a lot, I was on the road for 3 months, boondocking. I never paid for camping, with the exception of buying a permit to camp down at the Glamis Sand Dunes for a few weeks. But with the exception of that, it was pretty much free camping the whole time. So, number one valuable lesson that I learned. For myself, life is short. As I went to some of the parks, such as the Grand Canyon and the Oregon Caves National Monument, where there is thousands and thousands and thousands of years of history, if not millions of years of history, right before your very eyes, I began to realize real quick that I'm only here for a pretty short time. And I didn't really become really aware of that concept or that theory until this trip. A lot of people told me over the years, hey, life is short, do what you want to do. Do what you love. Do what you love to do. Follow what it is that you're passionate about. And I would hear these things and I'd kind of be like, it would go in one ear and it would go right out the other ear because it just didn't really make a lot of sense. But now, after really traveling on this trip, seeing some of these parks, seeing some of the history, I mean, the Grand Canyon is just, it really is amazing when you see the history right before your eyes of how many thousands of years it took for that river to carve out that canyon. It makes your life seem like nothing. I mean, you're here for such a short amount of time in the big scheme of things, in the big context of things. So that really was a real rude awakening to me, and that really emphasized and stressed the importance of doing what you want to do with your life, and getting to that place where you're doing what you want to do with your life every day. Life is short. There's no point in majoring in minor things, as Mr. Anthony Robbins refers to it. Not majoring in the minor shit that happens in real life. Not getting yourself caught up. Not struggling in life. There just really isn't any reason to struggle in life. You've really just got to grab life by the balls, and you got to do what you want to do. I think that was just a really important message that I got. And I also talked to a lot of retired people that I met traveling, had been retired for many years, and a lot of them had the same theme, that life is short. And so with this knowledge and awareness going forward in my life, I'm really striving to really make sure that I'm doing work that I love doing, that I enjoy doing, that I'm passionate about doing. Not just doing things to just grind out a paycheck. It's just, I think there's more to life than just doing that, but really finding and doing work that you really enjoy doing. And so I think that might be repeating myself here, but it's just been something that's really just been on my mind here a lot. So kind of with this big discussions that I'm having here. So life is short. Do what you love to do. Do what you enjoy doing. That was definitely a very valuable lesson. The second one is the importance of living in the present. When I was out traveling, I've never lived more in the present than when I was out traveling. That taught me a lot of things about being here in the now, being right here, right now. There's a great book that I read on my trip called The Power of Now, and the book basically summarizes that all you have is right here, right now. Great Van Halen song, by the way. And yesterday is gone. It will never return. Tomorrow is uncertain. We're not sure about tomorrow, and just really being right here and being present with your life and being present with your challenges that you're having, your struggles that you're having, being present right here today and not fixated on something that happened 20 years ago, a year ago. It's over and done with. I mean, all you have is just right now. So being, I really learned the value of being present in everything that I'm doing every day with my life, in my interactions with people, to be present, to be right here. That's all I have. I've got my health. I have where I am right now, and that is what I have. So those were some pretty big pivotal things. I think those were the most valuable lessons for myself on this trip. There were many, but if you were to ask me one or two, that's what they were. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. Got some more interesting stories coming up here.